So my journey continued, and I can't say I didn't ever have any more exams that I struggled with, but I think that was more based on content. Like some content was just more difficult for me to, understand. But for the most part, as far as my grades were going, I was doing better. But I did encounter a few problems. And when I say problems, I mean nursing instructors. So at this point, I believe pretty much everyone was aware of the fact that I had a medical history, that I had some medical problems before I started my nursing program. As we all know, there are some bullies in nursing, and so I run across those. So I am on the clinical floor one day, and a particular nursing instructor um, is witnessing me or watching me um, give an injection to a patient. I want to say it was insulin. Doesn't matter, that's irrelevant. My anxiety, not my anxiety, the anxiety I was experiencing was, sorry, was a little elevated because, again, I have this medical history that daily makes me feel like I um, am inadequate in a way. Like I felt like I wasn't able to move at the same pace my classmates were moving. And I figured out in the end that all of this was in my head. This was not factual. This was in my head, but it was what I felt at the time. And because I felt this way at the time, it made me have a higher level of anxiety. So, again, I'm in this patient's room. I'm about to give this injection. Oh, and also, I've always had shaky hands. I think it's a genetic thing, but I've always had shaky hands. So I go to give this injection, and my hand's a little shaky. And this instructor calls me out in a way that is embarrassing. I believe she said something along the lines of, "Why are your hands shaking like that?" Patient's family was in the room at the time, and they kind of gave me a little smile, like, "Go ahead, like you got this. Go ahead." So I gave the injection, and we later, we left the room. We went to the med room. It was insulin, now that I remember. We went to the med room, and she went to go say something negative to me about that experience. But I had to say something back because, like I told you, I was an adult. I was 38 at the time, I believe. I'm here to learn because if I knew this already, I wouldn't be here. I'm an adult learner. I have a child at home, so you're not going to speak to me any old kind of way. And I'm paying money to be here. Long story short, I wound up in the dean's office with a conversation about whether or not they were going to let me stay in this program. You want to know who fought for me? My mental health instructor, Dr. Blackman Hill. She backed me because she too felt that we were there to learn. And if we knew it all, we wouldn't be there. And there's a way to talk to people. And the way that I was spoken to was not appropriate. And so I'm allowed to stay in the program. Things go on. I keep it going. You think that's the first time and last time that happened? Nope. Happens again. And I defend myself again. Different scenario, but I defended myself again. And where do you think I wound up? Back in the dean's office. Defending myself once again. And there's Dr. Blackman Hill at my back once again. At bat for me once again. with the same, with, with the need to make the same statements. These students are here to learn. They don't deserve to be disrespected. A lot of them are adult learners. They're paying to be here, all the things. Once again, I'm allowed to stay in the nursing program. And so, again, my journey continued. More exams, more assignments to turn in, more anxiety, more tears shed because I'm studying and I'm still feeling like I'm not processing it, and I'm up all night long. And my classmates are texting me jokingly in the middle of the night, like 2 a.m, like, I know you're up, go to sleep. Or I'm discovering something and I got an aha moment and it made sense to me. And I text Capri in the middle of the night, like, hey, wake up. I just figured this out. And then Capri's like, go to sleep, because I'm sleeping. And I'm like, nah, I can't sleep. I still got to learn this information. But what I can say is that my journey was different. My journey was challenging. My journey was filled with anxiety. And I do certainly believe that had it not been for Dr. Blackman Hill telling me to get rid of that eraser on my pencil, Michelle Dunn sharing her notes with me, that Saunders comprehensive book for making it make sense to me, and my daughter for cheering me on constantly, I don't think I would have made it through this program. And I'm not saying I didn't have other cheerleaders, because I could name them, my Aunt Gomer, my neighbor across the street, Nicole. I could go on. But I didn't quit. I didn't give up. I can't even tell you the number of tears I shed, whether it be for reasons of feeling like my brain wasn't working. I was tired. I wanted to sleep, but I couldn't. I literally slept with books around me. And I would take like cat naps and then wake up and like open my eyes and like right back in it. There was a point that my daughter would say to me, Mom, you have to stop studying. Please come out. I cooked. I made brownies or whatever it was she made. Just stop and eat. And then I'll go get you another coffee, because she had started driving at the point. I'll go get you another coffee and you can start studying again. But please just take a break and eat something, because I wasn't even eating. I just felt like I needed to keep studying and keep going. And so I did that. And I kept going.